Okay, greetings and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Mike Lindau. I'm a commercial diver. This is my first episode going over commercial diving equipment and doing reviews. We're going to start today with the Northern Diver Hotwater Suit, but in the future we'll go over items like the Northern Diver Dry Suit and other items such as the Kirby Morgan Super Light, which commercial divers use underwater, and also the Navy divers, people all over the world. Also, we'll be going over things like vests, all the different uses, and even things as simple as bottom boots with weights and such. But like I say, today we're going to be focusing primarily on the Northern Diver Hotwater Suit, which I have behind me here. And we're going to go over all the uses for it, probably show some videos of it actually being used, and show you all the different details of why divers use them and why I choose to use this particular suit myself. So without further ado, we'll start the review process here. But also, if you do me a favor, if you like this video or want to know more about commercial diving or have ideas for episodes that you'd like to see, please reach out to me, leave comments in the comment section, and also if you would like to subscribe, please do that. And you can also reach me via email at divermike45@gmail.com. I'll probably place that right around here somewhere. At any rate, so I'm going to get the suit down here. This here is the Northern Diver Hotwater Suit. This is used primarily in very cold water. So divers will use this when it gets to be wintertime and the temperatures drop below 60 degrees or less. Generally it'll be used even in warm water if they're doing long diving, such as jobs that require long bottom times, 3-4 hours of work. And they also use this obviously when the water is extremely cold, 32 degrees or less, freezing temperatures, breaking into the ice, diving under the ice. But what this suit does and allows the diver to do is stay warm and comfortable, and also very productive. Dry suits like this can be used as well, but divers generally can't stay underwater as long, and they're just very restrictive. That is one of the things that I really enjoy about the Northern Diver Suit, is that the material is just thick enough, where it keeps you warm and insulated, but also allows flexibility. And most of the divers that I know use this suit due to that factor, and also its price point. They're going online right now. I think you can get them for about $1,142 plus shipping and handling. There's several sites out there. I am also a dealer as well. I sell these suits, so if you have any questions about them or want to buy one, please reach out to me, and we can get you set up. At any rate, so now the hot water suit, as I said, is used under very cold conditions generally, and what it has is tubes that run all the way through the suit. I will be doing some close-ups as well to show you more details on how that works. But for right now, there's in each arm you have hoses that come out of each arm for your hands, and then there's also hoses that come out of each leg for the diver's feet. Okay. Then one thing I do really enjoy about the suit is that it has these zippers down here, so that once you have it on, you can reduce the the size of that, and also make it a little easier to put off and on as well. Each side has that, so very nice. Also, up in the inside of the suit here, which I'll do some close-ups here. We'll change to show you some close-ups shortly. But you can see on the inside of the suit, there is holes and tubes that run all through the inside of this suit. They are strategically placed to keep a diver very warm and do a very good job of spreading the hot water out to the diver very, very amply. On this one, I will say, you have to be careful with the suits. If you are diving in super cold conditions and you leave water in your suit, which I did, and ended up having a little bit of an issue because it froze, and then I tried to unfold my suit and had one of my fittings kind of come disconnected, but Diver Supply was very helpful. They sent me everything I needed, and all I had to do was open up my suit and find the area where the disconnection had occurred and do a repair, which you can see here. I'll probably do a close of that later, but this suit has been working just fine after that repair. So if you do have questions like that as well, please feel free to reach out to me and I can get you in touch with the right people. My other favorite thing, and I think most of the commercial divers will agree, is the diver, you know, a knob for the hot water off and on to bypass. Sometimes you get really hot in these suits, actually a lot of times, because we're running it at about 125 degrees on the surface is usually where they run it, and then the diver will probably have 100 some degree water, and when you're working hard you start sweating a lot in these suits. This switch and knob, manifold, you could call it whatever you want to call it, it is an excellent, it's one of the best. It's very easy to grab when you're underwater with big gloves, in comparison to divers, the DUI suits, which have that little tiny knob. I think they've upgraded their suits, but even their knob still is not, I think, as good as the Northern Diver here. So at any rate, this is one of my favorite things. This does swivel so that you can maneuver that and put your hot water hose however you like. But definitely one of the best in the business, and I highly recommend it for this. They also have pockets on each leg, which are very handy for throwing in measuring devices or whatever, you know, some bolts and nuts, whatever you have. On the front of this suit, you also have padded knees. These are very good. I usually wear knee pads or coveralls over everything so that I can keep the quality of the suit good. As you can see, there is some wear in this one. This is a couple years old, and it's approximately 2 years old, and it's been used each year a lot. I mean, I did a lot of diving in the last 2 years, and this sucker has held up very well. So they also come with a, this is an XL, by the way. They do come with their name labels. You can remove these. If you have multiple divers using the suit, you can give each guy their own label, and then they zip, they Velcro off and on. They also have, you know, highly reflective tape, but those can be removed as well with, you know, the Velcro. And on the ends here you'll see Velcro as well, which you probably wonder what that is. I'll probably do some close-ups of this stuff later for you and put shots of that in there. But what that does is that allows your gloves, if you have a glove system, you can have Velcro on those, or it also just grips onto the inside of rubber gloves that we use, which I'll have some of those later for you to see too. But basically, that is mostly in a nutshell. The suit does now, the newer ones have another hose that's here that comes out of the front, which you can use for your hot water shroud, which goes on the super light hats. In the wintertime, we come into a problem of freezing, which can be very dangerous for a diver. In fact, I've had it happen to me a couple times. You know, when your air freezes up completely, you can't even use your bailout. And that'll be another story too for later episodes, but that's using the old harnesses here with our bailout system. So back to the suit again though. We had, you know, this hose here that comes out, we can hook that up to our shroud, and there's also another hose that's on the back side. Now that one, if you're using, say, you know, not a helmet necessarily, but you have the Kirby Morgan mask, you can run this hose up into your head gear and have warm water on your head. Generally, as a commercial diver, we don't use those suits, or those hats, I should say. We use the Kirby Morgan with the full protection for our heads because we're working in construction situations. Right now, I think that's about it for the review on this suit. As I said, I'm going to post some video of the suit being used and some more close-ups. And if there are more questions for you or from you, please feel free to reach out. And I'm going to get into a little bit more, I think, detail too with the close-ups on the stitching, the material, and give you some more specs on this suit. But I highly recommend the Northern Diver Hotwater Suit for any commercial diver who's working regularly in icy waters, who wants flexibility, durability, and dependability. This is a really great suit and a workhorse in the industry.